Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the Mental Wellness Channel Higgs, aka Wahiga. I am Wahiga, a recovering alcoholic, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted, and in all honesty, it's because I have found it really difficult to sit down and talk, you know, about what I'm going to talk about. Do I believe what I'm even saying? And I even have been thinking, you know what? Should I even have a YouTube channel? Like, is this my purpose anymore? And just recently, there have been people in my life who are in recovery, and they've been saying, I have listened to your vlog, or I've been watching your videos, and it has really helped me in my early stages of recovery, or it's been helping me in whatever point in my recovery I'm in. And I was like, wow. So people in my life are actually watching these videos. I'll be just as honest as possible. At this point, I expected to be reaching more numbers, reaching more views, reaching more people, and making YouTube money. And I am not at that point at all. And so I've been grappling with the fact that, okay, does that mean I'm doing something wrong? Is my message wrong? Should I change up my message? Should I make it more saucy? Should I be more salacious? Should I be more animated? Should I do more dramatic content? Is that what will make me get more clicks, more likes, more, you know, all of these things? And I realized, no, that's not what I'm here for. It doesn't matter if my channel stays the way it stays. The point is, the people who are here to gain the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom of addiction, alcoholism, how these things work, and how these things work in a day-to-day basis from someone who has first-hand knowledge and experience of these things. And that is absolutely it. I'm literally just here to help other struggling alcoholics. And if it reaches literally just one person, that is honestly okay with me. And so here I am. I think it's less pressure because I spend a lot of my time on YouTube watching other people, watching other channels grow, watching other people who may have started out before me or after me, and to see them grow and become these huge channels now who are making lots and lots of money on YouTube. It makes me seem like, where am I going wrong? Is it my content? Is it my editing skills or lack thereof? Is it how I present myself? Is it, should I wear makeup? Should I do my hair? Should I do more tech savvy things, in terms of visualizations? And I realized, you know what? No. The people that come to my channel will come to my channel because of this experience that I have to offer you. And if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I believe out of having these conversations with people who watch my channel, who I literally see in my daily life, that is just so inspiring to have them say, oh yeah, I watched your video when you were talking about ABCD and I completely related because I've been through that. And it made a lot of sense. You talked about this and I felt like I was the only one who was going through this phase in recovery. But when I watched your video, I realized, oh, okay, you've actually been through that. So that made a lot of sense. And it made me realize the purpose of why I have this channel. So thank you so much for joining me. My last video was really hard. It was a very difficult video to talk about, but it was necessary. I had to do it. I felt like I couldn't be an anonymous link or an anonymous comment under the video of that woman who got sexually assaulted by those border men. I could not do it. I could not be another fellow woman who just sits back, watches such a viral and horrific video of another fellow woman getting sexually assaulted like that in broad daylight on the streets of Nairobi on Wangari Maathai Road, and just be like, oh, what a shame, eh? Life sucks, this is bad, and not feel compelled to come out and talk about my experiences with the border sector. It was a very difficult video to do. It was hard. And I know I sounded disjointed. I noted that I did a lot of ums, a lot of ehs, a lot of ah. But I feel like it had to come out one way or another. As I said, maybe these are things that I'll explore later on. But I don't think that right now this is what my channel is about. Although I do believe that I am a feminist in the sense that I am for women's rights as equal rights. A woman should be entitled to her body. A woman should feel secure wherever she goes. A woman should not be sexually assaulted because she got into an accident with a border person, and those men came out of nowhere and decided because she's a woman in a car that they have the right to now strip her. That I believe is very wrong. And as a feminist, which is by textbook definition, a person, a human being that believes in the equality or the equal rights of women, I believe that as women, we deserve rights, such as walking in broad daylight and not having to be afraid that I'll be catcalled or harassed and things like that. But I think that's where I'll leave it with that. Now, the topic of today is unemployment in recovery, because that is exactly what I'm going through. In my recovery journey, I got sober in 2017. I worked for about 5 months in 2017 as a merchandiser for an organization that is great. And I was given that opportunity by another recovering alcoholic, which is amazing. I worked for about 5 months to 6 months. And after that, I burnt out very quickly. My parents were very encouraging, and they offered me the opportunity to go back to school to finish my degree. So I went back to school in May of 2018. And I finished my degree in journalism in September of 2020. And after that, just like sobriety, I thought the world is going to open up to me. And now I finally have the credentials. I have the right. I have the right to get a job in this world. I have the credentials. I have the papers. You name it, I have it. And I can now start looking for a job. Well, I waited and waited and waited. And I didn't find anything. In 2021, I did 2 internships. One was about 5 months, and the second one was a month or less than. It was about 3 weeks. It wasn't a good fit. I believe it was a very toxic work environment, that place. So that being my last job encounter in October of 2021, it has been really difficult to look for a job. Looking for a job in itself is a job, I find. In today's day and age, I feel that networking is way more important than the educational like certificate or having, a degree per se. In the generation like of our parents, definitely having the education was huge. But now there's such a plethora. I mean, everybody seems to have a paper in something, in every field. So that doesn't necessarily make you stand out. I think it's about who you know. And I'm not really good at networking, especially when it comes to asking for jobs. I find that really, really difficult. So I'm having issues in that area, using the networks that I have to ask for jobs. And I have started doing that, to not much avail, right? And at the same time, you want to keep the balance between, I know this person, so I can't harass them to give me a job, but at the same time also trying to ask them to give you a job. There's a balance there. Then, so there's the networking issue. And after the networking issue, I'm finding it difficult to find what exactly do I want to do. I find that I'm good at many things. Everybody always says, follow your passion, follow your passion, follow your passion. What is my passion? I thought my passion was acting, but that didn't work out. So realistically, in this world that I live in, where I have bills, I have rent to pay, I have toiletries and all these things that I want, I need to eat, we're not going to go that route. We need to do something here and now. So we go towards more of things that I like. And what do I like? I mean, I love advocacy, especially when it comes to alcoholism, alcoholics, and addiction. I really love doing that kind of work. However, mixing alcoholism and work, to me, it's a bit iffy in the sense that I can't mix the service that I do in AA with money. It just seems a bit like a gray area, right? I mean, one day I would love to have my own rehabilitation center. That would be really good. I'd love to have my own rehabilitation center. And obviously, to have my own rehabilitation center, I'd be making money. And that is definitely recovery and profit in the same bag. However, as of right now, I don't see it happening like that. Service for me is exactly that, service. No profit, just serve. Because I have taken a lot and I still take a lot in this time. I still take a lot. I'm still not able to give financially. I'm still not able to give materialistically. So in ways that I can give of myself, especially in ways of service, whether it be a 12-step call. A 12-step call meaning that whenever an alcoholic is ready or isn't ready, but whenever an alcoholic needs help and needs to hear from another alcoholic, I'm there to talk to them. Whether they want to do something about getting sober or not, that's up to them. But I will show up and I will tell them about my story and how I got sober. Because there are only certain situations where an alcoholic can help another alcoholic. There are just certain situations where outsiders cannot help. Addict to addict, alcoholic to alcoholic. That really helps. So in such a scenario, I'll definitely be there. But in terms of profiting from alcoholism, for instance, this channel, I do not make any money from this. I have made a bit of money from people who have been givers, good well givers, people who have offered money. That has been something that has helped me in the past, and I've thanked people for that. But in terms of a consistent place to get money, no. So I have to now think about the reality of my life. I'm turning 30 this year. I have a degree, which I'm so grateful for. That is a step up from a lot of people. But with this degree, what am I going to do about it? I've heard that most people don't even do what they did in school. I don't think I'm necessarily one of those people, because I do love journalism. I love disseminating information. I love watching content. I love new streams of information. I love new perspectives. I love human interest stories. And I love mediums of communication that are able to send good messages out there. I love real stories. You know what I mean? I love real stories. I understand that entertainment has a purpose and its time, but I love stories of empowerment, of overcoming, of achieving, of being in the trenches and coming up. I love such stories, and I love to write. Well, I don't love it, but I'm good at it. I can do social media content. Yeah, I can do that. I can do a bit of marketing, which is, the big buzz right now. Everybody's a marketing genius or whiz. Everybody does social media content. And it's a very taxing job. I've done social media content creation. It's very taxing. But what I love about it is the creativity that I really enjoy. So I have all these skills and things that I enjoy doing, but I can't really narrow it down per se. So what ultimately happens to me when I'm in a situation like this is, because you can tell that I sound very confused, I end up going to God like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like, for real, I missed the manual. I was not born with the manual of knowing how to do life like normal people. I'm sorry. I'm not a normal person. I did not come to this earth understanding or inherently knowing that this is the next step in life and this is how you do things. It has to be banged into me, like through pain and experience and reaching out to God for answers, that answers start to come. And I feel that is where I am at currently. I have pondered, I have cried, I have gotten depressed, I have searched, I have gone and hit my head against that concrete wall over and over and over again, saying to myself, oh my gosh, I'm turning 30 this year. Look at all the people, all the peers Everyone that I went to school with, everyone is thriving except for me. What on earth am I doing here? What on earth is going on? Did I get sober so that I could just suffer? Like, what am I doing in life? What is happening? What is the question of Wahiga? What is going on? The existential questions. You know what I mean? Over and over again. Until suddenly that now I'm just like, you know what, God, like, thank you for granting me sobriety. I am tired of trying to find a job. I don't even know what I want to do. But you created me. You know the things that you have put in me that I don't even know that I have. God, you know that when I've tried to do these jobs by myself, I burn out within 2 months flat. God, please go before me, look for this job, find this job, and please, when you feel that I am ready, just bring it my way. And in the meantime, I will keep pushing my CV out there. And I will keep learning and trying to understand what I'm supposed to be doing in this very moment. Thank you, Lord. And then I let go. I don't know about you, but about me, I normally get to this point in my life where I have a really big issue. Like a small issue becomes a big issue, then it becomes the biggest issue I have in my life. For instance, alcoholism. Of course, it was a huge issue. Then when I got sober, it became toxic relationships and men. And then and now it's financial insecurity / careers. And with the previous two, I reached a point of, I would try so hard. I would say, okay, today I'm not drinking. Okay, I'm never going to go out with that guy. I'm never going to go out with that guy. I'm never going to call him. And the harder I tried with my own will and my own might, the worse I failed. And so I'd get into this redundant, merciless cycle that was so bad. And I'd mess up so bad. And I'd be in agony. I'd be in such bad pain. And then I'd get up and I'd go back into the battle and I'd say, okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to call him. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to pick up that drink and I'm just doing it by myself, And it would be so difficult. It would be so tedious. And it would get to the point I get so frustrated, so exhausted, so tired that my will has literally been beaten out of me. I'm depressed, I'm exhausted, I'm frustrated. I lie down on the bed, completely surrendered, and I cry out to God and I say, for God's sake, I cannot do this anymore. Please help me. God, please help me. I have no demands anymore. I have no plans anymore. There is nothing more I can say or do. Please just get me out of this. And then the help comes. So I've done this with depression as well. That's the third thing, I think. It's been the alcoholism. It's been the toxic relationships. The third thing has been the depression. And the fourth thing now is the financial insecurity / career. And the interesting thing about God is when He does that thing in you, when He solves your problem, you'll never have to look back. So right now, as I'm complaining and saying that I can't find a job, that job is there. That organization is there. And I am the perfect person and the perfect fit for that job. And I will be happy to be in that job, to do that job, to be in that organization. We just haven't met. And when we do, it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to come back to this video and look back at it and be like, wow, you were bang on right. Because this is just how God has seemed to work in my life. I get so frustrated of an issue, I hand it over to him very begrudgingly, very angrily, exhausted and frustrated. He works it out. And then I never have to worry about it again. So I wanted to ask you guys, have you had the same experiences? How do you guys deal with unemployment? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Mental Wellness channel, Higgs. Until next time, bye.